traffic light blinking. No cars in sight. I stood at the crossing even though nothing was coming from either side. The signal kept changing anyway. Red, green, yellow, like the city refusing to admit it had nothing left to manage here. The road stretched empty into the distance, wet asphalt reflecting broken neon from nearby signs. A convenience store buzzed behind me with its usual tired light. Shelves inside probably full of things nobody urgently needed. A lone taxi passed far away on another street, its sound arriving late, like an echo that missed the moment it belonged to. I didn't cross, I just waited, because waiting felt like the only instruction the night still understood. Signal cross, cold light, holding on through the night. Keep moving through the gray, find another way. Signal cross still turns, every lesson never learns. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. Holding on to a spark. A motorcycle stopped briefly at the intersection, then continued without hesitation, like it never needed permission from anything. A plastic bag rolled across the road, dragged by wind instead of purpose, then disappeared behind the fence. The traffic light clicked softly with each change. Mechanical patience, infinite repetition. I watched it longer than I should have, not because it mattered, but because nothing else did at that moment. The city felt paused, but still functioning, like a machine dreaming while still working. Signal cross, cold light, holding on through the night. Keep moving through the gray, find another way. Signal cross still turns, every lesson never learns. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. Holding on to a spark. Eventually I stepped forward, even though there was no reason to. And maybe that was the reason. The ground beneath my feet changed texture, from waiting to moving, from thinking to leaving behind me. The signal kept cycling, still managing an intersection nobody used, still performing its duty to an empty audience ahead of me. The road continued, like it always had, like it always would. Signal cross still lives in the choices that it gives. Keep moving through the strain, through the quiet rain. Signal cross, one last light, cutting through the endless night. Keep rolling through the dark, holding on to a spark. Signal cross, no end, just a passive bend. Keep going, don't explain, the road remains. Lights still blinking, city still breathing. Train delay announcement. Static in the speakers. I stood on the subway platform while rain hit the entrance like broken rhythm. The tracks below reflected tunnel lights, stretching into darkness like a question without answer. A train passed without stopping, wind hitting my face for a second, then gone. The platform stayed half full of strangers, each one facing a different direction, none of them looking at each other. A vending machine hummed near the stairwell, selling drinks to people who weren't sure they were staying long enough to finish them. The speaker above crackled again, another delay, another pause in motion, another shared silence, 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 silence. Subway rain, cold steel, nothing here feels real. Keep moving through the night, under fading light. Subway rain still flows when nobody really goes. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. Water drip from the ceiling edges onto the platform tiles. Each drop marking time better than the clock on the wall. A commuter checked the phone for the 10th time, like the answer might appear between refreshes. A child leaned against a parent's leg, asking nothing, accepting everything. The tunnel lights flickered in the distance, like something breathing underground, waiting for permission to arrive. The wind shifted as another train approached, far away its sound growing before its shape appeared. Subway rain, cold steel, nothing here feels real. Keep moving through the night, under fading light. Subway rain still flows when nobody really goes. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. The train finally arrived without announcement, doors opening like a tired decision. People stepped in without hesitation, like continuity was more important than comfort. I stayed for a second longer on the platform, watching empty space fill itself again. Then I boarded, not because I had arrived somewhere, but because standstill had already done its job. The doors closed, the rain disappeared behind glass, and everything became motion again. Subway rain still falls, echoing through concrete halls. Keep moving through the strain, through the quiet rain. Subway rain, one last stop where the silence never stops. Keep rolling through the dark, holding on to a spark. Subway rain, no end, just a pass it bends. Keep going, don't explain. The city rides again. Tunnel lights fade, train disappears into dark. Meter running, no conversation started. I got into the taxi without knowing where I was going. The door closed with a soft mechanical click, like sealing myself into temporary motion. The driver didn't ask questions, just adjusted the rear view mirror once and pulled into the empty road. Streetlights passing steady rhythm, one after another, like the city was counting time out loud. The radio was on low volume, static mixing with distant music that didn't fully exist. I watched buildings drift past the window, each one holding a different version of someone's night. None of them mine. Taxi ride, cold night, moving through artificial light. Keep rolling through the gray, find another way. Taxi ride still goes where nobody really knows. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. We stopped at a red light that had no traffic around it. The driver tapped the steering wheel lightly, not impatient, just existing with the rhythm of waiting. Up the itself from both sides. Taxi ride, cold night, moving through artificial light. Keep rolling to the grave, find another way. Taxi ride still goes where nobody really knows. Keep walking through the dark, holding on to a spark. Eventually I stopped asking how far we were. Time inside the car didn't feel like time anymore. Just movement with the direction attached. The driver finally spoke once. Not to me, just to the road. Something short, something lost in engine noise. We passed through streets I didn't recognize, but also didn't question, because at that hour, familiar and unfamiliar become the same thing. When the ride ends, you realize you were never in control of it. Taxi ride still runs under broken city suns. Keep moving through the strain, through the quiet rain. Taxi ride, one last mile, one more tired smile. Keep going, don't explain. The road remains. Meter stops ticking. Door opens to nowhere.